Welcome to the BFD show, hosted by Leslie Jespersen.
Welcome back to the BFD show. I'm your host, Leslie Jespersen, and I am joined today by someone who is used to being behind the scenes, and I'm making her the talent today. Please welcome Kathryn Butler to the show.
Hi. Thank you for having me. It's been a very long time since I've been in front of a camera, so I might be a little rusty.
You're good. I'm excited for other people to get to know you because I feel like you have like such a fun social media, and you also get to know people when you're doing their makeup, but it just takes longer because you learn.
Yes.
We joke that like if we're on a time crunch,
I gotta keep it quiet. I'm Italian, so I'm talking like this. I can't like do makeup and talk and like process both things. So it's either we're hanging out or it's like, no, girl, be quiet. We gotta be done. So,
yes. So you are a professional makeup artist. Yes. You are a mom of two. You are a wife, but you had like a full circle moment doing your makeup because you just only recently, I would say like 2 years now, did you go full time into makeup again? When we first connected, you were a doula. You were doing doula work.
Yes.
You were doing all the things.
It really seems like a different lifetime, like a different person, because it just sounds so weird, but like just so different. Like after becoming pregnant with my first, that was like a journey in itself. I was told I could never have children. Wow. So we were like not going to accept that as like a reality once my husband and I, got engaged and everything. And he's like such a health nut. So he's like, all right, well, we're going to detox and do this and do this and do this. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And it worked, but it put me down this like rabbit hole of like the crunchy world. Which like I'm for, but I recently realized like I'm not for it at the same time.
Well, it's nuance. And I think that's the beauty of like autonomy in our lives. Like I believed in this. I believe some things from this. Yeah. And I also believe some things from this. And like
that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's what it was hard for me to be okay with, because I'm like such a person of like, I'm either obsessed with something or I don't give a shit. So like when I, did this detoxing and healthy and like, oh my gosh, we got pregnant. Like, okay, I have to be crunchy. I have to do this. I have to do that, which put me down like all these other rabbit holes, which like, if you don't know by now, I'm like that crazy conspiracy friend, but
I love some of your posts. I'm like, oh, she's real in there. She's gone down that hole.
Yeah. My friends are either like, chill out, or they're like, tell me more. And I'm like, whatever you want, babe. But once getting pregnant and like seeing this crunchy stuff, then like I went down like the pregnancy rabbit hole and the birth rabbit hole and like all this crazy stuff, which then led me to be like, okay, well, I'm a mom now. I have to be a certain way. I have to look a certain way. I have to have a certain job. Like I have to do certain things that make a mom, So that's where like me being like, oh no, makeup's just like so egotistical and so toxic and like blah, 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 to like, okay, now I'm the total opposite spectrum. Like absolutely like nothing. Like let's be a doula and like celebrate like this and that. And there's no shade. Like I love doulas. Like I still love that. But I was just like obsessed, opposite spectrums.
Right.
And I really wasn't happy with it. Like I still found myself like miserable and all of this stuff. And it wasn't until I had my second baby that I was just like grounded and realized like it's okay to like makeup. It's okay to be artistic. It's okay to like put it on sometimes and not be like full glam 24/7, but like not, a stinky, dirty, like smelly, like crunchy hippie. Like I live in the forest or something, you know what I mean? And again, I'm not like shading anyone, but like
it's your own journey.
Yeah.
Like having to learn that nuance. And I think I saw that too, because I love being able to follow people on their journeys. And like when I invited you to come to my first event in Summers Point, and you could only come for like an hour because you had the new baby.
Yeah, he was like a couple months old at that point.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Just on my boob.
Yeah. But I think that's when you... First of all, motherhood will make you question anything that you ever believed.
Seriously.
Or thought.
Yes.
I was just telling her off camera. I was like, by the way, wait till they're teenagers. And I hate to be that guy who's like, oh, just you wait.
No, I don't want that to happen. Can we not?
Yeah. But I think like each of the seasons, as we get to experience motherhood in each of those seasons, and see them experience that, like you also had that, because you as a makeup artist, like you worked with like your JWOWs. So like you worked with celebs,
a lot of celebrities
before. So like tell them about kind of that side of you.
Yeah.
And, like, basically, this is your shot to talk about why you are a big fucking deal. So tell them why you are a BFD.
Thank you. And I thank you for that, because since re-entering it, and like especially at a different stage of my life, like before as a makeup artist, like I was traveling with JWOWW like all the time. I was doing other celebrities as well, maybe just not as much as her. Like doing award shows and TV, whatever. And like, here I am, like, just like partying all the time. And like, I'm this big fucking deal, but it was coming from like a place of ego again. Like I was super egotistical. Like,
well, and
way back
how
then.
old were you too? Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like we don't, I've had my own journey, like post divorce in my 20s. That, you know,
exactly. Like you're like, And that was another thing too, was like, right at the peak of my makeup career, I was coming out of this like super toxic relationship that I had for like probably about 7 or 8 years. So it was like, okay, now I'm like out of that. I'm doing this. Like I get to travel and get paid all this money and like party and like all this crazy stuff. So it was like definitely just like for fun, and I wasn't taking it seriously at all.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot for sure, you know, like what it's like to be on set, and like, you know, this, of course, like how you deal with celebrities and like what's okay and what's not okay and all that kind of stuff. So like now, like I don't mention it too often. I mean, you can see on my Instagram, like I do have like some plugs of like where I was published and like some pin posts, but I don't always lead with that. But it was really, really cool to do, you know?
Well, you said something really important that I'm going to ask you to go a little deeper on, because it's one thing for them to hear it from me, but to hear from other people, like no one can take away your experience on set. And like, what do you think are some do's and don'ts that you've seen talent do? This was like what I wanted the show to be about originally, by the way, is like, getting people who have worked in this industry to, as women entrepreneurs, like the industry is shifting. We're getting on TV shows. We're getting this press. We're getting this media. And some people can like harm their reputations by just not acting correct. So
I can speak to that.
Right. So like, if someone were to say like, Kathryn, what have you learned from being on set and working with the celebrities? Like I always say, for me, there is a reason why I'll use Jordan Sparks, for example. There is a reason why Jordan Sparks is Jordan Sparks. And like the local celebrity is still a local celebrity, because I have seen the way she acts, the way she treats people, the way her team treats people. And I've seen the ego-led, that energy that like D-listers lead with. Like,
yes.
there's a reason. So talk a little bit about that level of professionalism that is required, that you have seen. So you've been all up in their face.
I have. I definitely have. And there have been moments where I was extremely unprofessional, and there have been moments where I was extremely professional. So like, for example, with Jenny, JWOWW, her and I first started out as friends. So we had a different kind of relationship. It wasn't necessarily based off of professionalism. Like we traveled together for work, but we also traveled together to go to like our best friend's wedding. You know, we're away in Mexico, like partying all night. So when I would go on jobs with her, I was much more laid back because I'm like, oh, I'm with my best friend. Like, it's totally fine. In hindsight, I see that there were times where I'm sure she wanted to smack me and be like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, why are you trauma dumping to the other makeup artist right now while like you're behind the scenes and we're filming for Food Network? Like, what are you doing? So there were times where I was like, definitely not doing it right. But there were also times where I was working with a few celebrities that I didn't know on that level. So immediately I was going to be much more professional. I knew like, we're not supposed to make friends and chat and do this and do that. Like, you're there, you're quiet, you go up and do touch-ups when you're needed. You know, even when you're doing their makeup, like there really isn't small talk happening. They're either on their phone or they're talking to like someone on their team or they're rehearsing something. So it's like, you have your place and that's totally cool and that's okay. Like, you don't have to prove yourself to anything. You just do your thing and then you bounce or you stay and you touch up and that's it. You don't trauma dump on other people on the team. So again, like I said, I've definitely been on both sides of that. But whether you're good friends with a talent or not, I know this now, you always want to be professional because you're not doing anything other than risking their job, risking their reputation. Like, they're not going to want to bring someone around who makes them look bad in any way at all. So you really just have to let them do their thing and you do your thing and keep it at that.
100%. And I think that level of professionalism, like, sure, you can be yourself. And when you're on set, like, it's just a different energy. And I've seen, like, I was actually just recently thinking about like an event that I emceed and like the talent is coming up to me like, oh, can you say this about me? Can you say that? Like, that's not how it works. Like, you would not be on a TV set for a morning show and go up to the TV host and be like, oh, can you make sure you say this about me? Bitch, no, they cannot.
No.
Like, they're not. I think the ego thing, like you said, like has to be checked at the door because at the end of the day, we're all working. Like, this is a job and we're working. And it doesn't mean that we can't be gassing each other up in the Instagram DMs or like become friends.
For sure.
Like, I think you and I, like, we're friends and we also like get shit done too.
Yeah.
Like, we have a professional relationship when that time comes too.
Which I love and respect because like, the people that get it, you know, and like you can have that friendship and still respect what you do, respect your boundaries, respect your business and all of that. And like still show love and appreciate and everything. Like, it's really cool. And that's one thing that like motherhood definitely helped me with was like, drop my ego, see things for what they are, you know, be more professional and responsible and appreciative and understanding and all of this. So like, me, if I was me back then, like it would have been different. If I was me back then now, it would have been different. You know what I mean? So
well, we have age, we have maturity, we have life experience, and like maybe we wouldn't be here at all.
Exactly. If
we didn't have any of those experiences.
No, for sure. And it is really cool to like go from your first event, which Mandy brought me to when I was a doula in Atlantic City.
That's right.
To your brunch with babes when you were doing that. And that's when I was a doula. And like, that's when I first met Kaylin, who does like all the content and everything now. And it was just cool to like be able to stay friends and like on your level and Kaylin's level and everybody grow and not like care or worry about it. You know what I mean?
I love that you said grow because I just made a Facebook post about this and like how the reason why I don't do brunch with babes anymore, because that was several years ago now, like we have all grown and evolved. And I realized that I was doing a disservice to everybody in my community by continuing to stay at that surface level. Like it has not everybody came with us, but you have seen from that event to the event, you know, in Summers Point, where I made mistakes and I booked a venue way too big. And, you know, you came to Nashville, which was
that was amazing.
Other, you know, experience for all of us. We all took big risks there.
Yeah, that was amazing. But even still, like going to Brunch with Babes, to the Summers Point event, to Nashville, like they all serve such a great purpose in their own way. Like the energy was always there, you know, like everything you do was always there and it was always felt. And that's what like made me want to keep like being around you. Like something about Leslie, like this woman's awesome. Like, thank you, Mandy, for bringing me, because I don't know if I would have ever like had the balls to just be like, yeah, I'm going to go to this networking event, you know, or whatever. Cause
but you've also grown and evolved so much since then. Like you go to things by yourself, like, cause you are your whole ass brand now.
Yeah.
You are wild. Like, I loved having you as our makeup artist for Headliners Week and like having you work with my clients and just like, it's been really cool. So
it's an honor. Thank you. Seriously.
Tell everybody what you specialize in. You all wait, time out. We forgot you have a line now, like your own product line too. Like,
which I forget about.
I was ready to wrap it up. I was like, wait a minute here.
It's so funny because I always like forget about things like that. My mom brain is just like, oh, yeah. So, okay. I've been doing makeup. Literally, I started professionally doing makeup in like 2008, I want to say, with MAC Cosmetics. That was my first job. I will always brag about that. But I've always been super picky with lip glosses. Like that's one product that I don't like sticky, heavy, but I still want shiny. I want a little bit of color there. I don't want to look at like a pretty colored gloss, put it on and it's clear. Like why? You know, like I want something cute. So even since like coming back into makeup, and you were my first client, which like was amazing. So but amazing. Literally from that moment until I started my own lip gloss line, I was on the hunt for nude lip glosses that like weren't clear or weren't just like chalk on your lips. Like it was so difficult to find anything. So I was like, let me just make my own, which back in the day, back in like 2016, 17, I used to have a makeup store in Northfield, which I did have a small like cosmetic line back then as well. Wow. But I wasn't so into like picking out everything. This time I'm like directly like, okay, creating the packaging, like getting my logo on there and getting the colors that I want and everything. So I'm much more involved now. And I have 3 colors. They're like staple colors. They work on every skin tone, especially like the #1 seller, Bombshell. It's like everyone's favorite and it does work on every skin tone. But that's something that I forget to like tell people about.
And
so
what's
thank
the
you for bringing
called?
that up. Oh, Paradise. So
Paradise, yeah.
My story was called Paradise Beauty Bar back in the day. And I just always loved that. Like the beach is like my entire personality. I say that all the time because like I'm just that basic girl that loves the beach, and Paradise and like anything like Lana Del Rey vibe, but like, you know, beachy, streetwear, chillin', chic kind of vibe. So yeah, so I was like, let's just bring Paradise back and start with some lip glosses. And I plan on growing the lip gloss collection, just not yet, but
I love it. So they can purchase Paradise.
Yeah. So hit me up on Instagram. The Instagram dedicated to Paradise is Welcome to Paradise, all one word, or you can come to my page, which is Glam by Kathryn XO. I'm hoping
we'll link.
Yeah, because everyone butchers my name. My mom decided to spell my name differently.
Hello. Yeah, same. Yeah, no, we'll put all of Kathryn's information. She does the best makeup. Oh. She travels. As long as she's not booked with me, you can have her. And
Leslie's first. But just message me, like DM me. I do have like a website of sorts. But I'm very like on the whole Gen Z level, which like I've been like in different groups figuring out. They're more into just like, let's keep it simple and chat in the DMs, book in the DMs, buy in the DMs. So I like to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Some people are like, no, you got to be organized, do emails, whatever. I don't have time for all that. Just
when
DM
your
me.
kids are in school or something.
Yeah. When they're older and they can entertain themselves.
Yeah.
We'll talk, but for now, just DM me.
It has been such an honor to like, just in the couple years that we've known each other, to see you grow and expand. And I'm so excited for all the things to come.
Thank you.
Keep bringing you with us as we, I don't know, take over the world.
Yeah. Well, it's happening. Yes. It's happening. I mean, seeing your growth, like, is wild, like literally wild. So
thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Kathryn. And we will see you on the next episode of BFD.